duplicate output is unpredictable. Now, guys, pay attention. Let me add okay string. Are you getting? That means accept any type of data. Accept any type of data, but what? Homogeneous in nature. Okay. Then what is happening? Null pointer exception. So null is not allowed in. That's it. Null is not allowed. That's it. Okay. Now, guys, by seeing these properties, how you can say it is first in, first out? By the way, forget about first in, first out. How that fellow internally arranging the data? Okay, no one knows. So, other than this, supports serialization and cloning. After that, non-thread safe in nature. And guys, default capacity is, what is the default capacity? 11. Okay. So, and after all, what will be the new capacity after 11? No one knows. That they didn't disclose, just like as said. Are you clear up to this? Confirm? Not done. Online people done with the copy. Take program also. Ah, online people done. Okay. So guys, now my point is it really unpredictable and useless? I told most of the people consider it is useless collection because we can't predict in what order they are arranging, in what order they are giving. But my concern is it really like that? Hmm? Tell me, is it like do you really think James Gosling thing early morning, so many days happen, we didn't make anything? So that fellow make priority just for a time pass. Hmm? Are you agree with this? Yes, Rakshit. Hmm. Okay. You should ask this question to James Gosling. Hmm. Why you make priority? Then that fellow will say, explore neatly, then you will realize what is there. Okay. So guys, how it is first in, first out, and how priority queue behaves. First of all, it is not at all unpredictable. On a first hand, you will think we can't predict. But when you fetch one by one data, then you will came to know what is the real factor is. So now guys, first pay attention. How to understand priority queue is totally based on their methods. Okay. So first thing is now let's say in size equals to pq dot size. Now you can understand what is the size. What is the size? 3 plus 3 6 plus 7. 7 members are there. Now after this, let's say can I run a loop from I equals to 1 I lesser than or equals to size and I plus plus. That means 7 time loop will run. Am I clear? Okay. So now after this, guys, let's assume. Okay. So here I will give one. Here I'll give one separation. Okay. Now see here what I'm doing. PQ dot P. What method I'm calling? P. After peak operation, again I am printing what? Q. After printing, again I am printing Q. And let's say after this, again I will give one separate. So try to understand output. What is the output? Every time first object present in a queue, it will give. Now it is giving you first object with the removal, without removal. Without removal. So can we say guys here pick method is used to fetch what? First object present in queue without removal. Note down this. Hmm. I guess remaining program you already written. You can directly write it from this. Okay. Done. Everyone. Online paper. Okay. So guys, now see, just like in a stack, we have a method pick and pop. Okay. Here we have a method pick. That's it. Fetch first object without removal. Second method is pull. It's not pop, it's pull. And what this method is doing, okay, it is giving you guys one of the very shocking results. Pay attention. See the output? Okay, now observation number one. Okay, most of the people consider this is useless. This is not useless. Fetching first object from a queue with a removal. And after removal, queue is rearranged. Queue is not same. See, again fetch first object. Again queue is what? Rearrange. Fetch first, again rearrange. Fetch first, again rearrange. And see the rearrangement order 10, 35, 45, 72, 89, 99 default natural sorting order. So as soon as you will use poll method, it will fetch first object present in a queue with removal. After removal, queue will be rearranged. So in such a manner, we will get default natural sorting order. Now, don't get confused where default natural sorting order. Sir, here there is no natural sorting. Natural sorting is here. See, fetch one by one. Okay, sorting is here. Are you clear? Confirm? Now tell me, is still priority queue unpredictable? Okay, we just have to understand its methods neatly. That's it. Okay, so now what is the next method? Poll method. So poll method is used to fetch first object present in queue with removal. After removal, queue will be rearranged in such a manner we will get default natural sorting order. Is my point clear? Note down this. Output is unpredictable, but we can predict by using poll method. Guys, note down output also. Online people, done. Okay. So now, guys. So here, now see, one very interesting things are there. So how many methods do it want? Pick and pull. Pick, fetch first object without removal. Pull, fetch first object with a removal, but after removal, you will rearrange. And if you do this operation again and again, we will get natural sorting or natural sorting order. Now see, instead of pull, now I will use a method element. What is the method? Element method. Basically, no need to write. If you observe, you will get. Okay, what is the point? What is happening? Fetching first object present in a queue without removal. Same like pick. Okay. So pick also not rearranging. So element method same as pick. Now see, instead of element, we can use a method called as what? Remove. Now see, it is same as what? Pull. Fetch first object, remove it, queue rearrange, and at last default natural sorting order. Okay. So now guys, here remove method is exactly same as pull. Clear? Now what is the question? Huh? why they give different method for same functionality. Okay. In short, what is the difference between element and pick? And what is the difference between remove and pull? Okay. That we have to understand. So guys, now say, observe the code here carefully. I'll remove this. Now you tell me, is this queue empty or not? Perfectly empty, nothing is there. Okay. So on an empty queue, I try to perform pick. On an empty queue, I want to perform what? Pick. What is the output? Null. Okay, boss, nothing is there, so you are getting null. Now, on an empty queue, we are doing what? Poll. Okay, wait. We are doing what? Poll. Again what? Null. So, pick and poll. If queue is empty, returns what? What is the method for pick? Element. On an empty queue, I am performing element. What you are getting? Exception. Are you able to see the difference? And exception is no such element exception. Hey boss, there is no element present in a queue to whom I should fetch. So if you want, even though queue is empty, but you should get null, null, null. Go for what? Pick hole. But if you want, if queue is empty, you should get exception. Then go for what? Element. See, is my point clear? Huh? So here we will get java.util. No such element exception. And see, same thing, we will get by using remove. See, are you getting same? See, remove method. Again, no such element exception. How many clear on this? So, guys, element method is exactly same as queue, but if queue is empty, then P will give null and element will give exception. Which exception? No such element exception. Now, same point. Can I say the same point is there for what? Demo. If Q is empty, then poll will give null, but remove will give exception. Is my point clear? Not on this. Okay. So guys, now see, this is total end of what? Priority queue. So total, how many methods are there extra which comes under consideration? Peak, pole, element, remove. Basically, element, remove, peak, pole are exactly same only. Only difference is peak and pole will not give you exception. Those will give null, null, null. But element and remove returns what? Exception. Okay, row exception. Any confusion? Confirm. So guys, total. This is end of 50% collection. Okay, 50% collection. Remember, we can't say 100%. Second half is pending. What is that? Math. Okay. So now take big brand heading map. That comes under proper, that property comes under tree only. तो वो पूरा ट्रीसेट में जो उसका मिल है पूरा आ गया वो जो नेविगेबल सेट जो होता है दैट इज देयर टू नेविगेट दैट ऑब्जेक्ट्स इन अ ट्री से प्रॉपर्ली इन दिस मैनर दे मेक इट एनहांस हाँ देना सो व्हाट हेडिंग यूट्यूब मैप so take the brand heading as map. Okay. Now, guys, first thing is forget about theory, notes, and all these things. First, pay attention on getting the answer. Because, trust me, guys, we finish collection automatically. You are aware about map. Okay. Here, you are not getting so much variety and something. Concept is very same. Exactly same. Okay. Only few changes are there. Those few changes are also not much difficult to understand. Okay. You will only find it is we finish collection unknowingly 90 to 80% of map you finish there. Okay. Where is the basic difference that we have to focus? So collection. When we are talking about collection, so collection is a collection of objects. It's a group of objects. Okay. Obviously, map is also group of objects. Map is also collection of objects. Now, concern is where is the difference? So, guys, what is happening? Collection is a group of objects, but whenever you are creating that group, okay, what I'm saying, whenever you are creating that group, means you are adding data in collection, removing data in collection, whatever. Okay, you are doing that group. That time you are adding one object individually or every object you will allocate a key individually. Okay, that this is the only difference. Collection is a group of objects, but it is a group of individual objects. Adjective, speech, vector, add, preset, view, make as anywhere. We are having concern only to add what? Signal. Internally, that object will not have any key. But what map is saying was you create a group of objects, but every object you need to give a key. So ultimately, collection is a group of individual objects, but map is a group of objects with a key value pair. And here, key and value both given by program. Okay, Just like in case of has said key given by JVM, that is automatically internally taken. But here, key given by whom? Program. Is my point clear? So guys, here we will say collection is a group of what? Individual objects, but map is a group of objects in key value pair. Are you understanding the short form? KB means key value pair. Okay. Now see, guys, try to understand this structure. So something like this we will get. Okay. So here let's have a partition, something like this. Okay. Now one side we will have what? Key. Another side we will have what? Value. Okay. And here guys, we can say in the map key and value both need to be provided by programmer. Is this point clear? And what is the best example of key value pair? Correct. What is that? Student and roll number. Okay, roll number and student. So let's say here I will add roll number is a key. So let's say I will say 101 and value I will give, let's say Krishna. Assume. So now 101 is a roll number, Krishna is a name. Indirectly 101 is a key, Krishna is a value. Like this, can I add multiple data? Okay. This group is called as map. So here you can add, hey boss, 109. So let's say 109 will be Raju. So let's say after that 105 will be, let's say, Kumar, something like this. Okay. Now guys, tell me here, these are called as what? Huh? Key. These are called as what? Huh? Value. Okay, one is key, one is value. But this is what? Can I say that is one key value pair? 101 Krishna, that is one pair. 109 Raju, that is second pair. 105 Kumar, this is third pair. This every pair is considered as one entry. So one key value pair is considered as one entry. Is my point clear? So here let me add one point. Each key value pair is considered as one entry in map. Any confusion? Confirm? Not done. Done? Everyone? So, guys, tell me what is map? Group of objects in key value. Who will give key and value? Program. What is entry? Each key value pair consider as one entry. Okay. Now, guys, let's observe what is map hierarchy. Okay. Let's observe now map hierarchy, guys. Just like we have collection hierarchy, similar. So now here first thing is map. It is a what? Interface. Okay. Comes in which version? 1.2 version. So guys, here map interface is having one child class as hash map. It is a class, comes in 1.2 version. After this fellow have one more child called as linked hash map. It is also class, comes in 1.2 version. Is my point clear? So this is one hierarchy. Okay, clear on this? Now guys, let me give you a hint how I told 80 to 90% you cover a map. You know hash set, link hash set, no? Yes, sir. Hash map, link hash map. Properties, everything is same. Default capacity, size, everything is same. Only one change is their individual object, here key value pair. That's it. Okay. After this, there we have sorted set, navigable set, and finally tree set. Sorted map, it's an interface 1.2 version. Navigable map, it's a interface 1.6 version. And finally, tree map, it's a class, comes in 1.2 version. Now you tell me, you know tree set? Yes. You know tree map. Okay, everything is same. There, comparable, comparator, natural, customize, everything. Only change is there, single object, here, two object, key and value, key and value. Is my point clear? So, 1, 2, 3. Any confusion? Okay. After this, there is a third section. This section is here we are having what? Hash table. It is a class and present from which version of Java? First version. This hash table have one more child called as properties. It's a class, again comes in 1.0 version. So guys, nothing but, can I say these are legacy classes? And most of the time guys, in an interview, they will ask a question where you observe multiple inheritance in Java. What is multiple inheritance? One child having two parents or more than one parent. That is multiple inheritance. Where you observe that in Java here. Because hash table take property from map interface. In addition, that fellow take a property from a class called as dictionary. It's a AC means uh, it's a abstract class. Comes in 1.0 version. Okay. Now this abstract class property also comes inside where? Hash table. So can I say multiple inheritance done? One class can extend one class and implement n number of interface. That is all. And then finally this mixture comes in where? So this entire section, guys, okay, this entire section is none other than legacy classes. Okay. In a collection side, we have two legacy class, vector, stack. Here we have three. What are those? Dictionary, hash table, properties. Okay. Now, guys, apart from this, okay, so these all the things are done. Now here, interface class. So class implement or extend? Implement. Here. Here. Huh? Extend. Here. Extend. Here. 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 Implement. In a dictionary table. Extend. Here. Is my point clear? Confirm? So guys, here how many concerns we have to cover? First, hash map. Second, link hash map. Then tree map. And then hash table. Properties class, now only I am saying it's have a very tight relation with automation. So right now we are not on that level to understand that. Once automation course will start, there you will get to know what is the use of properties. Right now, just be in a mind like it is also one of the class related to map collection. Is my point clear? Confirm? So right now, what is our agenda? Hash map, link hash map, tree map, hash table. Note down this. Hmm. Done. Online people. Huh. Okay. So guys, now again we will apply same tactic, same strategy what we apply on collection. There guys, we finish collection interface. No need to cover separate methods for array list, linked list, and all the collection. Okay, just like if you know that father, you know all the method available everywhere. Same thing here. First, we have to neutralize what map. If you know map interface, can I say their property only going everywhere? The originator of entire hierarchy is what map. So take subheading as map interface. Take subheading guys, map interface. So can we say it's a supermost interface present in supermost interface for all map based collection. Okay, like hash map or something. Okay, link hash map, anything. Now, guys, first pay attention, understand the concept. Just like we understood methods of collection interface. Similarly, first we have to understand methods of map interface. Again, we will segregate the process in the same manner. Any collection, any map will have four basic operations: insert, fetch, remove, search. Is my point clear? So guys, now see, okay, first, first section is, or else like this, methods to insert data in map. First method is put method. What is the method? Put. So put object key, comma, object value. Is my point clear? Huh? So put, just like there we have add method. Here we have put method. Is my point clear? Okay. So now tell me, this method will add single entry in a map or multiple entries in a map? Single entry in a map. So here we can say use to insert single entry in map. Okay. Now guys, I have some example. Assume I am giving m dot put 101 Ramesh. What I am adding? Put 101 Ramesh. Immediately, internally, we will have what? Map. Okay. In a map, we will have something like this. Okay. Then this something, and here we will have 101 here. Ramesh. Are you clear? Okay. Now, guys, let's assume I will add one more entry. Put 105 minus. What will happen? Again, one more entry will generate here, and what is that? 105 minus. Okay. Now, guys, Let's say I will try to add m dot put. What will happen? Will it add 101, Suresh? No. Can two students exist with same roll number? No. So can two objects exist with same key? No. Two values never exist with same key. Then here what will happen? Is 101 exist? Yes, no. What is the value? Ramesh. Ramesh replaced by. Are you clear? So internally here Ramesh is gone and Ramesh replaced by Suresh. So guys, the conclusion of entire story is in a map you don't have separate method for replace. Put method only doing that job. If key not exist, add newly. If key exists, replace old value with new value. Are you clear? Here, put method will insert new entry if key is not exist in map. But if key exists, then it will replace old value with new. Is my point clear? Confirm. Note down this first method. Put Online people, send me the copy. Okay. So guys, now observe on screen carefully, everyone. So first method done, that is what? Put. Now similarly, guys, you only tell second method, put, will add one entry in a map. Now I want to add one map in another map. What will be the method? Put all. Just like there, add all. Here, put all, map m. That's it. So, what is the use of this? Insert one map into another map. That's it. So these two methods are there for insert. So what is that? Put all. Now let's say you want data from map. So obviously, can I say fetching is happening on the basis of key? Correct, na? So if let's say there is a student 101 Ramesh, if you say get 101, who will come? Ramesh. Means get key, return value. Are you getting my point? So third method is get provide key. Provide what? Key. So can I say returns value allocated for given key? Is my point clear? Okay. Now insertion done, fetching done. Now point is, let's say I want to remove. I want to remove. So straightforward. If I want to remove Ramesh, then tell me, will I say remove Ramesh or will I say remove 101? Remove 10. Guys, slowly just observe one thing. Value is always just a role of audience. All drama takes place on the basis of key. Okay, key exists, then insert. Key is there, fetch. Key is there, remove. Here, everywhere, biggest drama played by whom? Key, not by value. Always remember. Okay. So, here, what is the next method? Remove. And here, provide what? Key. Now, you tell me, will it remove value only or it will remove entire entry? Entire entry. Will you say, remove Ramesh, but your roll number will be active? Are you getting my point? So, removes complete entry allocated for given. Is everyone clear on this? So how many methods done? 4. Put all, get, remove. Now let's say you want to search. Boss, can you search 110 roll number exist or not? That means contains key. What is the method? Contains key. Give a key. So obviously here returns true if key is present in map. Else false. Is my point clear? Similarly, if you can search key, you can search value. Can you check, hey boss, Ramesh present in class or not? Or in database or not? Check whether particular student name exists or not. So, contains value. Provide what? Value only. Don't provide key. Okay. So, again guys, returns true if value is present in map. Else false. Clear? So put else. Now let's say you have a map and now your requirement is, boss, I fed up with this data. Remove everything. What is the method? Clear. So I hope you understand. Clear means, okay, remove all entries from map. Remove all the entries from map. Make it empty. And obviously, last is size. What it returns? Total number of entries present in map. Don't say 3 student mean 1, 3 roll number, 3 plus 3, 6. Not like that. 3 entries. Okay. So, returns total number of entries present in map. And guys, now listen to me carefully. Hash map, linked hash map, tree map, hash table, anywhere you go. Okay, our boundary is this egg method, whatever exists here. Now, in a classes wise, we will get properties. Methods will not be there. Okay. So right now, total, that means whatever the methods present in map interface, if you know that, finish there. Okay, method finish there. So total how many methods now? 8. What are those? Put, put all, get, remove, contains key, contains value, clear, size. Is it clearer? Now, guys, apart from that, there are 3 methods which is very, very special. Present in map interface only. First note on this, then we will discuss that. Okay. So guys, now see what is that special methods. Okay. So pay attention carefully. Let's assume we have a map. Okay. Obviously, this side we will have key and this side we will have value. Now, let's assume here I will add some data like 101 A something, 102 B, let's say randomly 125 C, let's say 105 D, something like that. We have a data. Okay. Now guys, I can fetch key or value by using get method. Just now you return that. You can fetch key. You can fetch value by using key. That also single value. Now my concern is, boss, map, can you give me all the keys present inside? Can you give me all the key present inside you? For that, on above, how many methods done? 8. Ninth method is there. What is the method? Key set. It returns you set. What is the return type of key set? Set. And it will return what? Return all keys present in map. Only key I am saying. Okay. Key set means only key. Now, let's say if you can fetch all keys Then similarly, you can fetch what? All values. Boss, can you give me all the values present in a map? So for that, there is a method values, not value set. Okay. And its return type is return type is what? Collection. So values method returns what? Return all values present in map. Is everyone clear? So now after that, next method is now guys, you can fetch all keys separate. You can fetch all values separate. Now concern is I want to fetch all entries. I want to fetch what? All entry. So there is a method entry set. Again returns set. So now guys return all entries present in map. Is everyone clear? So guys, now these three methods. So tell me which method is there to fetch all key? Huh? Key set. Which method is there to fetch all values? Huh? Not collection values. Collection is return type. What is the method? Values. Okay. Now, how to fetch all entry? Huh? Entry set. Is it clear? And guys, you tell me what is the return type of key set? Values? Entry set? Just analyze that return type. Set is a map or collection? Collection is a collection. Set is again collection. That means all three methods from a map brings you in collection. That's the reason these three methods are considered as collection view of map. It is considered as what? Collection view of map. Okay, is this point clear? So on about these three methods, take subheading as what? Collection view of map. Any confusion? Not done. Done. Online paper. Okay. So, fine guys. Rest of the concepts regarding map means map interface done. But now hash map properties, link hash map properties, whatever. That everything we will discuss tomorrow. Okay. Fine guys. See you tomorrow.